Hello everyone. In this video, I will help you to understand the Gantt chart development activity that is related to your information system. In the last few weeks, you have been working on an information system that is selected by you, and you already written system requirements template, then feasibility study, and system requirements as a part of another task that is completed today. In this document, what we do is we will prepare a project plan which will be helpful for the software development team and implementation team to follow. The project plan constitutes of different activities that will be performed as a part of designing, developing and implementing the proposed information system. To make it simple, the activities that will be included in your project plan were divided into 4 major sections, and for each section the time and cost will be allocated as per these values. So for example, if you have 100 minutes of time or 100 days of time, you will be finishing these two activities in 15 days, and to complete analysis phase you need 20%, means you will be using 20 days to finish analysis and 35 days to design and 30 days to implement. Okay, so if you have 100 millions of money, you will be using 15 millions to complete these two activities, and to complete analysis phase you will be using 20 millions of money, and to design you will be using 35 millions of money, and for implementation you will be using 30 millions of money. So your division of cost and your division of time that is allocated for different tasks that will be included in your project will be as per this distribution. You can change this distribution too. You can make planning 20%. It's up to you. Like, you need to properly plan your allocation of time. Okay, that is very important. Let me show you a sample of design. This is the example of your Gantt chart that is already done by some XYZ person, some other researcher who previously worked on this document in the month of November. So here if you see, most of the activities that were shown in the list are same. Okay, so you can update also, I already mentioned it to you. Next, it is like the naming that is provided to the each subheading. So here it starts with the main heading of the project. So let me show you. I guess most of you are having Microsoft project that is installed in your system. You are supposed to use that one for completing this activity. Let us search project Microsoft Office project 2007. Just open that. Let us prepare a project plan using Microsoft project. Simply search for project. I hope you people have installed this software on your device. In the last term or early of this term, I might have told you to install the project, Microsoft project. You just search for it, and when you open this one, you just in the starting you give your title, project title. You might have selected some information system for some XYZ project, right? That title should be given here, your title. Then simply copy paste all the activities. So when you keep these bullets, it is difficult for you to copy paste that one. You just click here by selecting it, and it will be shown like this. Just copy and paste them here. Okay, this is how it will be started. And now what I want you to do is, so this is the main task, and these all tasks belong to this project. So what we do is we simply select these elements and we click on indent. this clearly explains that this is the main activity that is we are going to do, and these are sub activities under it. Okay, by cross checking your document again, you can see that this is the main activity and these are sub activities related to it. Similarly, this is the main activity and these are some sub activities related to it. So just following this, just prepare your project plan. So these two activities you will be clicking indent, and for these activities you will be clicking an indent. So as design phase, these are need to be go here. You have indent option, green color one. You just click on that. It will be shown like this. The next step, after you get your project like this, you are supposed to identify resources and predecessors. Let us start with resources. For system request, who is the person in your organization who will be performing that activity? Usually this is a software development project, right? Usually software project managers or project leaders or software managers, they will be handling this activity. So simply, as it is a project, I say that project manager will be performing that activity. Next, feasibility analysis, maybe business analyst, project manager or software manager might be performing it. Among these three, you can use any one name. Okay, business analyst. Next, Gantt chart will be prepared by the project manager. Okay, project manager. Then requirements definition will be prepared by business analyst or software manager. Okay, you can use any name. I will say software manager. Next, data flow diagrams will be prepared by the software manager or software architect, software designer. You can use system analyst, you can use any name. So I will use system analyst better. Okay, system analyst. Use cases, similarly you can use software manager, software architect, system analyst or software engineer. Any name. I use system analyst. Okay, so here also for acquisition strategy of an information system, we can use any name among software manager, system analyst, system architect or software engineer. So I will use systems analyst. Next, ERD diagram, I use software engineer. So similarly, like in the last step, we can use any name here, but I am using software engineer. You can use any name like system engineer, software and system analyst, system architect or software engineer. Any name you can use. From here, for all the activities, I will be using software engineer. Software. Okay, you can also copy paste. Okay, paste. For testing, it is software tester. Okay, or like testing engineer, you can say anything. Business analyst will be documenting it. Migration will be taken care by software manager. Like this, you will prepare your document on your name. So if you see, these are the milestones. For these milestones, you won't give any details. All right. Here also, you can see it. These things will be empty. All right. So by this we have finished creating resource names, and you can see this is the Gantt chart that is getting updated. Next, we will be giving predecessor values. So what are predecessor values? Predecessors explains, before you start a task, it explains which tasks need to be finished. For example, randomly you select this task, feasibility analysis. So before you start this task, what task should be completed, that should be explained by this column. Okay. So for example, if you say that to start this task, system request should be completed. So what we give, system request is having 3 number. So we will be giving 3 number and pressing enter. Now you can see this. So you can see that an arrow is provided here, and this task, to start this task is to be finished. Okay, similarly, for all tasks they give such information, and it should be a continuous arrow should be shown in your Gantt chart. There should be no breach in that. Okay, no breaks in that. So now, while creating a Gantt chart, how you start it? It will be like a fourth number should be finished. Means feasibility analysis should be completed by that while creating Gantt chart. So before you start requirement definitions, it is important that you finished Gantt chart. Gantt chart is having 6 number. Okay, let us assume that these two task completion is important. 2 minutes. These two task completion is important before you start that one. So we also say number 4 for that. So later it is data flow diagrams. To start this one, it is very important that 6, 7 are completed. 6 and 7 both are completed. Okay, to start this one, completion of 8 is enough. So now you can see all these tasks are clearly showing here Gantt chart. How which task should be completed before starting a new task is clearly shown in this image. Okay, so I simply give some values to that to ensure it is completed. 11 comma 12, okay, 13, 14, 15, now here it is 16, 18, 19, 21, 20, 20. Okay, here you are supposed to see, you see that this is an extra thing that is added. Okay, so you can remove that. Now it is very clear, your Gantt chart is prepared here. So what we do is next is updating the value of days. So as it was explained to you, based on the number of days that should be allocated, percentage of days that should be allocated, you just prepare it. So some random values I am giving as it is an example. 23, 13, maybe 34, 12, 2, 10, 21, 10, some values, 5 days, 5. This is the actual design. Now what we do is that we try to change the layout of this design. Okay, so here we want to show some valuable information. So you can show like this Gantt chart now explains that some different XYZ tasks that are included in the project Gantt chart and who are the resources that will be working on each task. Okay, if you select this one, software manager is working on this task and the task name is requirement definitions. This is how we can cross check based on the Gantt chart. Now let us check, let us add some important details. Maybe you can start giving extra values to these each bar. Okay, so maybe I will be using start. So here we have start, finish, reducer, resource name, right? You just use these names only on this task, some random names. Okay, everybody can use different names, not exactly like whatever I have used. You can use any name. Okay, I am using start here, start. Okay, and I click start and click OK. So this activity will be starting on 4th and project manager should be allocated to that task. That information can be visible on Gantt chart. Okay, so let me improvise that. I don't want project manager to display on that task. I want time to be like ending time to be finished to be included in that one. Okay, I will just click yes. So this task starts 4th and closes on 8th April. In that way you can update it. Understood? So make sure you prepare in the same way. This is how Gantt chart will be prepared. You just take a screenshot of this, print screen, and paste it on your document. Sorry, on this one. So you can maximize this. You can drag this to increase its size. Okay, otherwise I suggest you to use some option is given here copy picture image. Just click on that. Just click to GIF. It is taking your image to some XYZ folder. You can browse and change that name also, and just click OK. On desktop, I guess somewhere like in some location that is meant here. What is that location? Okay. This is the file which is created 2nd April here. You just copy that and paste it. Okay, this is the Gantt chart. Just try to reduce its size. You can use crop option to remove some extra information, extra image. Okay, now I will make it larger. This is your Gantt chart. Otherwise you can copy it twice. And in this image what I do is I will show only activities. Okay, now like this. And in this image I will just show only Gantt chart. Like this you can create your own Gantt chart. You just save this document and forward. You need to name it here like your information system, your project name. And my system is slow. Oh my god. You just name your project and end it with quoting that this is your Gantt chart. Okay, by this your Gantt chart activity is completed.